I got to start all over. All right. When you learn there's a possibility of a trade, immediately set the stage. Hey, Bob, we do things a little bit differently around here in order to get you top dollar for the trade, and I think you're going to like it. To fully grasp the market value of any vehicle at any given time, we rely on 4 to 5 different sources, one of them being you, since you are most familiar with the vehicle. We do a lot of the legwork, so you don't have to waste a lot of time. The information we provide you, most of it coming from third parties, will help you make an educated and comfortable decision. And please remember, it's not us that determines the value of your trade. It's your friends, your family, and the people of the great state of Illinois. They're the ones that determine the value of any used vehicle. Susan, the values we gather come from the following. You, we're going to do a trade walk. I want you to tell me every good thing about that vehicle. I want you to tell me how it's been serviced. I want you to tell me all the awesome things about it. Don't tell me anything bad about it, okay?
Okay.
We'll figure that out, don't worry, okay? Next, we'll check with several independent buyers to see who has the most interest. We will do our own, use our own valuation expert who basically checks out the condition, and we use trusted third-party sources like Kelley Blue Book, Auction Reports, vAuto, and Auto Trader. Are we using names the customer might be familiar with here?
Yes.
Okay, so we're using the same stuff you used. We just do it right. The easiest way is to start by looking at your vehicle. And this is a great way to set up the trade walk, okay? If you can do some semblance of this, it'll take you, if you studied this first page for 30 minutes, and then put it in your own words, you'd have a great opening for any customer that has a trade-in. And are we telling the complete and total truth here?
Yes.
Yes, we are. All right. Go to the next page. We're going to skip it because we've already been through it. All right? Go to page 3, top of page 3, where it says, is it a complaint or an objection? Robbie, tell me that you want more for your trade.
I was hoping to get more for my trade.
Robbie, almost everybody that buys a car from us says exactly the same thing. Everybody wants more for their trade, and we understand that. Please recognize we did not determine the value of your trade. The market says your value, the vehicle you have, is worth $40,000, and that's exactly what we'll pay for it. I need your okay by one of these 3 payments right here. I acknowledge, explain, and reclose. 25 to 30% of your customers will reclose. The other will go, whoa, read my lips, pal. KBB said. Okay, now it's an objection. It's no longer a complaint.
Right. So
now I have to use objection handling strategies. KBB. KBB's website tells the customer exactly how they determine the value of a vehicle. It's in the very, very small print on a back page of their website. Have any of you ever read it? I'm going to give it to you verbatim. It starts off with they also provide suggested prices for used cars too, or for new cars. They say our new car transactional prices are based on actual transactions. Our used car values are based on a proprietary editorial process. Do you know what that means?
No.
Well, we're giving our best guess, okay? What is KBB's business model? Are they in business to provide accurate numbers on used vehicles?
Well, they want to make the customer feel good.
Okay, but why do they want to make the customer feel good? How do they make money? KBB's in business to make money. How do they make money?
Help customers.
Hell no. Ad revenues.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Their ad revenues are based on clicks.
They see good numbers, they come back.
Well, look, if you were going to put together a website that was designed to make money by having advertisers come in and advertise, and your modus operandi was to provide vehicle values to consumers, would you provide low values or high values? High values. So more people would flock to your website, which means you'd get more clicks, which means the advertising revenue would explode, which is why they're still in business. They're not in business to provide consumers. I'm sure somebody will try to sue me over this. They're not in business to provide accurate numbers. That's not how they make money. They make money via ad revenue. So they provide a general number, which is almost always going to be higher than the actual number, because will KBB buy the vehicle?
No.
No, but it says get your instant cash value on there, and when you click that button, they're going to give you an instant cash value. Who's buying the vehicle?
Not them.
No, who is? A car dealership.
Correct.
KBB sales reps go out to car dealerships. They'll come to Apple Chevrolet and they'll say, here, for $3,000 a month, we'll send you lots of leads. And here's how we send you the leads. When the customer hits the instant cash value and goes through all that, they have to put in their name and their telephone number and their email. We'll send you all those. It's the dealer who's bidding on the vehicles. It's not KBB.
Right.
Okay, but people think KBB will buy the vehicle. There's always a dealer behind it. All right? And when you go, let's say the dial, in fact, I've done this. In fact, I've done it so often, I'm banned from doing it because they know who I am now. And actually, salespeople can't even do it because they've adjusted. I used to go into it with a customer, and I would say, all right, we're going to find out what they'll pay you for this vehicle. And if they'll pay you more than what the number we put on our sheet, we'll do one or two things. We'll either step up our game because we want to buy your vehicle, or we'll tell you where to go to get your check. So I would walk the customer through the 8 minutes it takes to go through every single panel, every single wheel, every single tire. How deep are the scratches? When you say it's a ding or a dent, how big? I mean, they ask all these questions. This one lady, we were trying to give her $13,000. She said it was worth $17 because that's what the dial said. Okay? I went through it with them, and they sent the email. And you know what the actual cash value of the vehicle was? $12,000. She looked at me and she goes, are you still going to give me 13? I said, yes, we're still going to give you 13. All right? It works 100% of the time. But again, KBB has stopped now. I forget how they've stopped it, but you can go through it, but you're not going to get the email. If it's a dealership email, I forget. Anyway.
What could we just do our personal?
You could do your personal car.
Do a personal email. Do with our personal email.
Again, that's what I used to do. I used to do my personal email, but they've changed. I can't, it's been so, I've quit doing it. I quit demonstrating it because I can't do it anymore. But here's the point. The actual cash value of the vehicle is always extremely less than the little dial points out. So you have to educate the customer on what KBB does. Okay, let's go to the next page and figure out another way, because we're going to have to handle the objection more than once. Building to the customer's number. I like this one. Bob, look, the vehicle's worth $40,000. Do you think it's worth like maybe 43 or 44?
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? I don't know where you got that number, and here's where you throw a complete curveball. But I think that's a very good number. In fact, we hope it can be worth 43 or 44 as well. However, someone's going to have to make it worth 43 or 44. It could be you or it could be us, because here's what it's going to take to make it worth $43,000. Okay? And then you got to go through everything it would take to completely recondition the vehicle and say, okay, it's going to cost $2,200 to make it worth 43 or 44,000 bucks. Do you want to do it,
No,
or should we do it?
you should do it.
Okay, I need your okay. All right, you're being completely honest with the customer. All right? Broad market impact. What's happened to the value of my 2025 $62,000 Ford Explorer ST since Ford decided to provide employee pricing to the entire country?
Went down in value.
Look, with this RS here, the $4,300 rebate, someone who's got a 24 RS, their vehicle dropped in value almost dollar for dollar.
Right.
Okay, what else can impact the market? The economy can impact the market. All sorts of things can take
What
place.
happened in COVID, you know,
COVID,
that was like,
that
went
drove,
up and then
that,
the next
yeah,
following year.
went way down.
Right.
Those are broad market impacts that can't be controlled by the
Dealers were
dealership.
charging well over sticker price for, you know,
For a year and a half, the average price of a new vehicle was 10% above MSRP. 10% above MSRP. For 1 year, almost all used cars went up in value from 21 to 22.
right.
First time ever.
Well, no, the first time since right after World War II.
Oh, okay.
No, I wasn't selling
I
cars
wasn't.
then. I just have read.
Bob
Okay?
was.
That's it.
You read about it.
Yeah, I did read about it. I wasn't there. All right, I hereby declare you people enlightened. Has this been worth your 2.5
Yes.
hours?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It was great.
Bob, great to meet you. Welcome aboard.
Thank you,
Get the
sir.
handout.
Robbie, good to see you again.
Don't forget to give us a-
Oh, yeah.
We need more.
There's two.
There's a separate one, yeah, one of each. so.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you, Justin. Hey, it's good to meet you.
Thanks for coming in, guys, appreciate it.
Thanks, John.
And ladies, sorry.
Thank you. That's okay. Just one of you
I was
guys.
gonna generally go guys, and then
Glad to
like,
see
I
you
got,
again.
where's my respect?
Pleasure to meet you.
It's
Nice to
okay.
meet you.
Bob, the pleasure was
Thank
mine.
you.
Good to meet you.
Welcome to the team,
Glad to have you
buddy.
aboard.
Catch you later.
Yeah.
Take care, Bob. You got one more for Susan?
Oh, one more, please?
Yes, of course.
And I'll just take one of those then by itself to stall stuff. I don't think I've ever seen that one.
I want to go sit and read this. This ought to be awesome.
What time do you want to start the next session, buddy?
Thank
I
you.
say 12:15?
Okay, that's what I was thinking you'd say. Yeah, because we're still shooting for that 2:15?
Would you like the door opened or closed?
Open's fine.
Open's fine.
Okay, thank you.
No, thank you.
You are welcome.
These are the nicest people here.
You're on fire today, buddy. Not that you never are, but I'm just saying, you got good rhythm going.
Well, you know as well as I do, I get a kick out of this.
Yeah.
I like helping these kids get better.
You say that with such